by the scriptorium, and you took a stop by the House of Many Languages and the printing press. Talking to each of the spiderlings there, being disappointed by some. Malik. And then, you made some sort of loose plan that you're going to break into Yarn Spinner's private areas.
That's right.
But first, there was no harm in listening to his last story, as it could have possibly been relevant. And then he bid you all farewell and disappeared through a hole in the back of the stage.
I do not see anything.
Nope, it's all black.
Oh, put you on the wrong map.
Oh, there
There
you
you
go.
go.
There we go.
My bad. I was like, wait, what? Oh no.
We've been to this map many times. It should work.
Yeah, there's no reason for that. Yes, I did begin to panic briefly, but it is. I wouldn't say it's late in the evening, but you can feel your energy has waned. Silva, you especially are feeling quite tired. Your head is calling for a pillow.
So we need to get through that dark hole to get to Yarn Spinner's privates. If I understood correctly.
It's one of those sessions, huh?
Yeah, it has to go through the this little web right here. But he said that it opened for him when he went into it, but we can't determine as to how.
Okay. And we're absolutely sure that nobody needs to long rest before we go.
I think the plan was for all of you to long rest. You wrote down
yeah, we took
everybody's
notes and everything.
description and names, but before you were planning to long rest is when you just stopped by for a little bit. So
right. So my question is, are we going to investigate that, or are we going to go long rest and then investigate later?
Well, if we long rest now and then investigate like in the morning, there's a possibility that he could just not be in there too at the same time. But I also did take notes of the story that he wrote.
Okay.
I thought the plan was while he's telling his story in the morning, that's when we're going to try and do the break-in.
That works for me. I don't remember. Does he do a morning story?
He usually does at least 2 a day, if I recall.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a story guy. He's got the only entertainment for multiverses around.
Except for Dream, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
So, resting time, and then we do the heist.
Off to bed with y'all.
Yep.
Okay. Nobody.
I'm really
finds his
tired,
way
so I'm
into
going to
his
bed.
Little hut.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Hope to remember you in the morning.
It's okay. I took notes.
Good night, Elsalina. That's you, by the way.
Okay. Thanks.
We still can't remember names.
All of us except
I
for
can.
Sylvia.
I can. That's why I
For
just
now.
reminded Alcena who she was before I go to sleep and forget.
For now, that's correct.
Oh
That
yeah,
is
like
correct.
you're just sleeping in the middle of the ground.
Yes. I
Or
am
are
the
you
shroom.
keeping
Love
watch tonight?
Oh no, he's
Oh,
going on with the earth. Photosynthesis.
Runar, you're hanging out on the path.
I'll go see Malik and how is he sleeping? He's just sleeping outside.
Yeah, he's just laying on the grass, flat out like a corpse.
Spread eagled.
Yep.
And look, he's snoring already.
I feel like he wouldn't snore. He's too predatorial. He'd be a quiet sleeper.
Well, you
Hey,
got Z's on your icon.
Mental snores.
She'll just call to him and say, "Hey, mad scientist guy, are you dead?"
What do you want, blue thing?
It's something you wanted.
Oh. I want
You
many
asked,
things.
You asked for that thing, and she'll pull out the what is it called again? The garrote? Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, that. I mean, yeah. It's like
Garrote,
grappling
yep.
things.
Garrote.
I don't remember asking, but I would very much like this tight piece of rope you have. I don't really have much for trade. I am sort of broke. But
Starts digging in his little pockets.
I have this powder thing. It's for magic and spells. It's not really my thing. Something about chance or potency, I don't know.
Arcane dust. I have 21 ounces or 21 rerolls of arcane dust, which you can use to reroll your spell damage.
It's a fair trade.
I have no use for it. I have literally no use for it.
How does it work exactly?
So if you, let's say you roll firebolts and you roll a 5 for the damage, you can use arcane dust to reroll it.
I see. So, like, if I get a terrible
Yes,
rolls
basically.
at, like, fireball, I can reroll them using
Yes.
each
One arcane
Ah.
dust.
Yes.
for each reroll. Oh, okay.
I have 21 of them because we killed like 20 different automatons. I harvested all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, I was hoping for something else, but
Those metal man, tin man.
yeah. All of them.
But yes, if you do want this little blue bag of powder, I'll gladly trade you for it. For that tight rope.
You know what? I was gonna actually give it to you for free, but since you offered this and you have no use for it, I'll take it from you.
Equivalent exchange, as gifts are not real. They are just services in disguise.
Whatever you say, old man.
I gotta go find
Hand
that.
over the dust.
Fuck it. Yeah, hand it over to you. I gotta go find that screenshot. I know it was posted somewhere.
21. Arcane dust.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, good night.
Yes.
As he falls down like a dead corpse.
As if he wasn't talking just a few moments ago. He just like falls backwards completely, arms spread out. In
Yep,
a
like
T-pose.
Yep, crime scene. Straight up. Just gonna chalk it out at this point.
And you all drift off. Sleep. As you sleep, you dream.
Death.
Instant death, all of you.
man.
As you dream, you remember the times you've spent together here in the Feywild. Your fight with the owlbear and your journey across thither to find Will at his little treehouse. And when you wake, the soft glow of morning, if morning even exists in this place, filters through the doorways of your little silk cocoons. And as each of you step out to greet the new day, you wake to familiar faces. Looking around, companions you know, though their names still remain just out of reach. It should probably be unsettling, but after everything you guys went through yesterday, kind of just the way things are here, I think, at this point. Or at least you all think. You collect your bearings, and the world around you seems unchanged. Fable Rise hums with its usual quiet life. The woven paths are all the same. Everything looks normal, and everything is still as it was. And you are still yourselves.
You're not like starting to grow spider limbs or anything.
Not yet.
And I assume I now cannot remember anyone's name.
That is correct. Though you step out and try and test it anyways. You sort
Good
of-
morning. Who are you? Oh no, it happened to me too.
But you really never thought it would be you. You never think it's gonna be you, but it's always gonna be someone, you know?
Quick, has anybody forgotten anything else? Why are we here?
We were trying to find a home for goblins, yes?
Oh, it
Right.
works.
Okay. I still remember what we're supposed to be doing. Do you guys? We probably shouldn't talk about it, but I remember.
Alcina's just flipping through her journal. Yes, you're talking
Oh,
about
God.
goblins, and that was a very large melic.
Yes, it is.
The monster
extremely
comes and
large man.
smashes through the city Godzilla style.
Throwing bombs everywhere.
And they get rid of that. Yeah,
Close up for a long
everything,
rest.
everything seems normal. So far that you can tell. A very bleary-eyed nobody like lumbers towards you. His shoulders are slumped under his little orcish eyes. They're dark bags. And he yawns and rubs at his eyes. Can we get this finished? Gosh, I'm tired, but I'm afraid to go to sleep.
We can
Yes,
mark
but-
our long rest successful.
You can, yes, yep. You can indeed.
Alright. So, who should go see the story and who should go for a walk, should we say?
Well, I figured that I could get in my spider form and investigate the inside of his quarters. So that way it's a little bit less detectable.
Mm-hmm.
Quite wise, yes.
So specifically, what is the plan? We're going back there. What are you looking for? The book?
The book and any other information that maybe states why he's doing this, how we can stop it.
Okay. So, yeah, we probably only need one person to go back there. It's probably better to have more of us out here just in case he looks like he's going back there. Or maybe somebody should go with you to protect you in your animal form if he goes back there before someone else can get in.
I can summon a small spider to
Oh,
keep you company and see through its eyes.
it's a good idea.
That way. And you will be a small spider as well, right? I assume for this kind of
Yeah,
mission.
I'm certain you could make your spider be a small one that you've conjured this time instead of the giant one.
No, I'm asking Elsena because I can only get a small spider,
Oh,
which is like
oh, I'm sorry. What was the question? I didn't know you were asking me. I'm so sorry.
um, we're going a small. You're going a small spider, right? Just not
Uh,
like the wolf spider form.
yeah, I was going for the wolf spider because that's what I got.
I mean,
Can
you do able to transform into a small, which is like a tiny size in terms of size categories. Just like a normal spider, basically.
Oh, I mean, yeah. For for that sake, yes, we could just be a small spider. Ooh, like a black widow spider. Those are tiny.
And deadly.
Mhm.
I mean, for time's sake, can we say that I am like a small spider instead of the wolf spider?
Most certainly, most certainly.
Okay, okay. So yes, I'm very tiny, almost undetectable. Um, I'm going to see if I can get in through here. I'm just gonna go on the wall. What happens when I get close to the web?
Nothing.
Nothing
Hmm.
happens. Even if I touch it?
Damn.
If you be like stick your little spidery arms into it, um, it doesn't seem to like stick to you, but you don't seem to be able to penetrate it.
To get through it?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. So then you said this outside is like a cocoon. Is it like a malleable kind of cocoon?
It's
Like
made
can
out
I
of
like
spider silk, which is very tough, all things considered, but also at the end of the day
breakable
is
for a
just
spider?
spider silk. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go around back and I'm gonna try and make a little hole in the wall to see if I can penetrate through it. What would I do for that?
Is it?
Give me an attack roll.
Okay. Um,
Dream, what are you doing invisible up there?
I'm gonna see if there's any sort of physical um way to manipulate the spider web to open.
Okay.
Um, or like if I can even just get like a small little opening for, say, another small spider to go through.
Yeah, give me a perception check. Alcena, you bite through or begin to bite through this silken cocoon, but you can't seem to get your mandibles through. Maybe it's the angle or something of that sort. Inside Dream, you are, getting close to, but being careful not to touch the web. Um, Giving it a good look see, but From what you can tell, this thing is pretty well covered. It seems that the web is quite thick, and it even overlaps the actual hole somewhat so that there are no gaps. The whole building? No, you would not be able to lift the whole building.
No. The acid vial that Malik is talking about.
Oh, can you manipulate that vial? No. It's also not on you.
Well, right. Okay, so that's what that was basically my question. Oh, wolf spider helping me.
Yeah, Runa's little spider companion sees you beginning to try and gnaw through it, and is able to get some purchase there. Rips some of the silk away.
Alright, so we're just gonna take
16
turns.
actually.
How
So-
much? 6 damage?
No, it's 16
Oh,
to hit because the tiny spider has a +4 to attack,
okay.
but less
Okay.
damage.
Alright, roll damage to the both of you as you both begin to gnaw your little
It's-
hole.
It does 1 piercing damage.
Oh.
No dice.
Oh boy.
Plus
Okay.
1d4 poison if I don't think we can apply poison to this.
It is unfortunately immune to poison damage.
Yeah, so it's just
So
7 for me.
So
And it's
So
quite
just
thick,
going
though.
down.
You've definitely taken a little bit of chunk of silk out of this corner.
Do they make any sound? Are they audible?
No, it doesn't sound like much. There's just little spiders chewing away.
Hmm.
Around the back though, so nobody sees us.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. And nobody has strolled, tiredly, sleepily lumbered over and is chatting at this little picnic that has been set up for breakfast outside of the auditorium where Yarn Spinner is talking to the little group of people you've brought back up from the catacombs, and well, nobody's doing his best job to distract. What are Malik and Silva up to?
I wanted to go with the spiders, but I don't know if I saw the spiders run away, so I don't know if I can justify going with the spiders.
Well, you know what the plan is.
Oh, right, I forgot. I'm kind of retarded. Huh. Well, in that fucking case, oh, sneaky like a old-timey villain cartoon guy on my little tiptoes.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Take with a tiny acid vial and drip, drip, drip on the silk. Make a tiny hole.
Okay.
If it sustains this, then I have something else that's a bit stronger, but I don't think I should use it.
And what is Silva doing?
I have decided not to draw any more attention to what's going on over there. Even though I'm pretty stealthy, I don't need to be there and I can't be invisible, so I'm just going to sit in the audience and observe and listen to the story.
Okay. Today's specific story is another that has not been heard quite yet. About the history of Terranland. The acid does do something to the silk, but it doesn't do a lot, unfortunately. There's a tiny little sizzle, a little bit of steam or smoke, but there's only a small divot in the side.
Can you give us like a percentage of like how much more we have left to get through?
Maybe you could guess maybe like halfway or so.
In that case, I will pour some universal solvent on it, which should make it. I mean, just double check what that does. I'm pretty sure that is a deacidifier, as English people say.
What
Oh,
now?
What?
Universal solvent.
No, what word did you say it was that English people would use?
Fucking deacidifier or instantly dissolves 1 square foot of adhesive, blah blah blah. I'll just copy paste that.
Okay. Let's see.
Just makes it not sticky, hopefully not
It's a
bindy.
solvent.
Yes, basically just.
I mean, yeah, I think
English.
that would work. And you have some of that?
Yeah, it's. So if you go up on the whisper I sent you, reagent dice,
Oh,
I
I
can
see.
create temporary potions basically each day.
Gotcha. All right. You
Nice
guys
scientist over
see
there.
Malik getting slightly frustrated with the speed at which things are happening. And he begins to rummage around in his little bag that clinks around with way too much stuff in it. And after a moment, he pulls up a little vial, gets one of those little satisfied, prideful Malik looks on his face. And with a little giggle, he gets to work. And after a moment, there's a nice spider-sized hole.
Da-da-da-da-da.
By the way,
Yay!
Rona will tell Silva this that if there's anything you can shake me because that's the only thing I will feel because I'm blind and deaf when I see through my spider. So I'm just sitting here, just
Staring off into space.
unaware of my surrounding while I'm looking through the spider.
So leave Runa there to her own devices.
No. I was actually moving next to her so that I could, in case
Jump
somebody
over.
comes up to her, I could engage them in conversation so they don't notice that she's not aware of what's going on.
Very smart. Very smart.
Rona might just pretend to be sleepy.
Asleep. Yeah.
Didn't have her coffee in the morning. Yeah.
She's bored of the story.
Oh, God.
You guys, Alcena and the little spider, crawl through the hole, and it's not especially thick, and you make your way into the little private nest. There are giant cocoon sacks hanging from the ceiling and clinging to these sticky walls. And a wooden desk sits in the corner with several books, inks, and quills, and a very large pair of reading glasses. And then on the floor is yet another circular web.
Okay, what do I see? We'll try the desk first. What do I see on the desk? Wait, I can only just do check. Is it just like the one roll, just random?
Nope. So when you hit check, it'll give you another
Option.
Just keep going.
Oh, I see. Wait. It just says ability acrobatics. How do I?
So pick a different one that's not acrobatics. It's another drop-down box.
But it's not a drop-down box. It's just like a text box.
Oh, I see.
Let's see if this one does it.
No, I see.
There we
I
go.
see what you mean.
Now I have a drop box. The other one did. There's like 2 checks and 2 saves. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, interesting.
So, investigation. Man, I am not doing good.
You skitter over the desk, crawling up its little leg and over the surface, pausing over top of each little piece of paper, and it just seems to be mostly partially written stories or little jotted notes of ideas. But atop of the table itself, there doesn't seem to be anything of particular interest.
By the way, I think when you're in wild shape, you roll your mental stat normally through your character sheet. Because it's not polymorph, it doesn't change your mental stats.
In theory, her wild shape sheets, I
Intelligence.
changed them so that they have her stat, but I don't know if I did that or not. Oh no, it's different now actually. So yeah, you can roll it through your sheet if you want to re-roll it, because we've changed your sheet up a little bit.
Fingers crossed. Are you sure I can't do it perception?
Pretty sure.
Positive. Nikki, are you real sure about that? Because I think that maybe perception would maybe a little bit better for me.
I'm gonna
You're
try to
actively looking
investigate.
here. Hmm?
I would like to investigate as well.
Go for it. The little spider army that you guys are, you skitter over the surface of the desk, but between the two of you, you are fairly certain that there is no story containing Will's information here, nor Wendy's, nor yours, if there is any of that to find.
I want to look over at these now. Try one more time.
Okay. Which one are you looking at? The one in the middle, or?
Yeah.
You begin to tear through it, or try to, but you're not able to tear off enough to get a really good look inside contents, unfortunately. Dream, now that you have determined that there's no little gaps in the doorway.
I mean, there's not much else I can do to sneakily get in. So my plan now is to be invisible on stage, and should Yarn Spinner start heading back to his little hideaway, then I will cause a distraction of some sort.
Okay. Do you look at the rest of the cocoons inside, Alcina and Runa?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do my best.
Nothing else seemed to be here.
Well, there's
So,
the other hole in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
do
Yeah, I'm
I
getting
roll
to that one.
investigation?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Alcina, you dig deeper and you don't let it get away from you this time. You're gonna find out what's inside of there. And you are successful. You manage to find a little bit of something. You find a candle, a pair of slippers, a staff carved with a spider on the top of it, and a spell scroll. Type these things out for you really quick. Slipper, spidery staff, and the spell scroll is decent. It's a spell scroll of watery sphere.
You're gonna get it out of there.
Oh,
Great question.
Alrighty.
Runa, your companion spider, just doesn't seem to have the gumption, unfortunately.
I'm gonna go back to the middle one, and I want to try and bite some of the cocoon away. Now that I know something's in there, I want to know what it is.
Okay.
Is it hanging from the ceiling by, what is it, like a single strand, or?
It's sort of like webbed up onto the wall, connected there.
Oh,
It's held from multiple anchor points. Unfortunately, you don't make much of a dent.
I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna investigate this. Is this a hole in the floor, or is it just webbing over the floor?
Well, it's difficult for you to tell, but reasonable assumption would lead you to believe that it is similar in nature to this sort of door.
Looks like his bed. I will assume so.
But it's like completely webbed over, like I would have to break it in order to like go through it, or just there like little divots to where I can get in between.
Just like the door into this area, it seems pretty thoroughly webbed up.
Mm,
Little skittering legs of yarn spinner kind of make their way around, and he gives a, "Oh, pardon me. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me now. Pardon. Time to get back to work."
Wait just a minute. I have a need to talk with you. So, according to your little many-legged friends in that nice building over there, they work for you. We got all your typesets back, but they can't make deals with me. I'd make a deal with you. And you see, I have a long list of things I want to make. So, how about we make a deal, yes? I help you, you help me.
Well, not to be crass, my little friend, but what is it that you think you could do to help me?
Well, I already helped you with your typesets, did I not? Are you not going to repay me? Or do you want to live your life in my debt?
In your debt? That's interesting, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. You see, this is my realm that we're in, and I control everything about this realm, so I don't really feel like I am too terribly worried.
So, you control everything, yet all the typesets just vanish? You let your spiralings suffer and their work slow? Do you enjoy procrastination? Do you enjoy that work is hindered?
Well, now I don't know about all of that. Things are inevitable. There are, other variables involved, but well, people
Look,
still have free will, of course. But a little bit of work is good for everybody, don't you think?
yes, and then let's put their little hands to work then. Look, I have these materials, I have this earpiece of mine, and I would need them fused. The issue is, it's a lot of work, and I can't do it fast enough. So, how about your spiderlings help me, and I'll give you, well, a freebie, I suppose. It'll help with a task, whatever it may be. Take the typesets as a bonus, I suppose.
As you are making your case, the spiders are quickly scurrying about, doing their best to, get their last bits of information found as they can hear the muffled voices through the partition. And in their haste to scrabble across the desk, glasses on the top slide off and clink onto the ground. Yarn Spinner turns his head towards the stage, towards the as of yet untouched doorway. Look, whatever you're going on about, I am certainly glad to discuss it another time, but right now I'm really quite busy, And well, there are some things that just cannot wait. Let's perhaps discuss this after this evening's story. Why don't you?
I think you are just putting this matter. Well, how do I put this nicely? I feel like you're just pushing me aside. I don't feel very valued as a member of your, well, storytelling. I would much appreciate we do this now instead of you ignoring me for another day. See, I was patient, but my patience can run thin. Look, how about we just settle this? You say yes, I leave, business is done.
Well, I'm pleased to settle it now, if that's what you like. I say, no. My spiderlings are not for hire, my friend. There is much and more for me to offer you, but that is not one of the things.
Oh, so that's how it's gonna be then. Okay. Well, I will remember this next time you tell your subpar, retold, or maybe even stolen stories.
I rather regret that accusation, sir, but like I said, there's no time for me to discuss it with you now. I must attend to the things in my quarters now. So long. See you later.
As soon as he
Yes,
starts moving
right.
back to the stage, Dream will drop the invisibility around him. He's sitting on the front of the stage, lute in hand, and he starts strumming the strings. Dear Yarn Spinner, good morning to you.
And to you, he says, all of his many eyes blinking and sort of shifting from you to the door with suspicion.
I have a question for you. I have met many fey folk in my travels. You are lord of this domain, yes?
That's correct. I am the Archfey of this little section of Fable Rise.
And we here, you welcome us. Stay with you. Safe passage, correct?
Yes, you are welcome, just as any other who wanders into this realm.
So we are guests of yours, if I am to understand this correctly.
Yes.
Well, as hosts, I believe this, to one of your stature, holds you to what we mortals might consider overly high standards, but to powerful beings such as yourself, the protection of your guests is paramount, I would understand.
Well, of course. Fable Rise is entirely safe.
But there are troubles here. You see, me, I do not know my name. My companions, they all forget. There is harm coming to maybe not our physical selves, but our mental abilities. We are under the protection of a great archfey, yet we come to harm.
Well, and he sort of gets a little bit smaller almost. His little leggies bend a little bit more. His mandibles click click nervously. I have no idea what could be causing this affliction. Truly, I do not. If it were within my control, I would help you. Oh, this is most distressing. I will admit, though, this has happened before.
Has it?
More than once. in fact.
And you have not investigated. You have not warned us.
It's not that. It's not that at all. It's as if some strange, malevolent force is, well, weaving some kind of blight across the Feywild itself, stealing memories and warping the minds of those it touches, growing and spreading, and we cannot seem to figure the source. It is beyond me, I assure you. But I am very sorry you feel you've come to harm here. It is truly my wish to protect those within my realm.
Yet
Right,
you stay here a long time.
Me? Oh, yes.
Yes.
All of my life.
Yet your memories, you trust them.
My own memories? I do. And Silva, as you stand there listening to them speak to one another, you don't get the impression that he's lying to you. Or at the very least, he certainly believes what he's saying to you.
So what about those
Bruna.
bookworms? They're pretty dangerous.
Yes.
We came to a lot of harm with them.
This is
Well,
true.
I can't say that that's entirely my fault. We keep them confined to the catacombs. That is within my powers, and well, we tell everyone not to go down there. I am certain you were told by at least more than one of my little spiderlings that it was dangerous down there. And
No, sorry. Well, we went down there because we actually found one of those up here and had to fight it. And so we went down there to see how many more there were and just how big the problem is. But they are not confined to the catacombs.
oh, this is most disturbing that they've been making their way back above ground.
Yeah, there is various tunnels all down underneath. They go in every single direction. It's like the biggest traffic nightmare you can think of. There's hundreds of them.
Oh yes. That's why we keep the catacombs closed off.
They're
For
not really
all-
closed off.
All
There's a giant
intents and
hole
purposes.
in the middle
Yes,
of
I
No, for no
understand.
intents or purposes.
We all
Traffic
know,
goes both ways.
we all know not to go down there, and it serves as our disposal system for stories that are not worth telling.
But
And,
what do you think is keeping them down there? Because whatever it is isn't working.
Yeah, obviously something is they're feeding on something.
Well, I am powerful, but not all powerful. I am
Didn't
doing
you
what
say
I
you control
can.
everything?
They're attacking your spiderlings. We just saved one of your spiderlings just down across the way from one of those bugs that were not in the catacombs.
Yeah, Vulgate. You know Vulgate, right?
And he's like shrinking as you are all beginning to get louder and closing in on him. Look, I admit that this is a strange happenstance. Things are not usually like this in Fable Rise. This sorts of things have never happened before. It is simply getting worse, but I'm doing everything that I can to keep it under control. Which is why, for the most part, none of these worms make their way to the surface, and we all stay safe. And we all know not to go to the catacombs. But, well, things happen. There's individual freedom of choice, and, well, I can't control every visitor who comes and goes. But, well, it will settle itself eventually.
Speaking of visitors, you have two other visitors besides us that have been here. How long have they been here? Individually, there's a fancy kitty cat. Alcena's trying to find the words for it, but she just can't figure it out. And what was that other gentleman's name? I tapped Silva's shoulder. Do you remember him? Do you remember who I'm talking to? The other man?
I know who you're talking about. I have no idea what his name is.
Did I write that one
Well,
down?
No,
I
I
don't think
know.
you did.
Lisa the player knows. Oh yeah, I'm sure we did not write down nobody's name.
No. I don't think anybody really cares that much about nobody, poor guy. Well, we've had quite a few long-term visitors, and they're all welcome to stay as long as they wish. I would never send them out into the Fey Wilds unawares and unprotected.
One of them said he tried to leave, what is it, multiple times over and over again, and he just kept ending right back up here. So, do you know why that would maybe happen to one of your visitors here in the city that you manage?
He sort of like crab walks closer to the stage, closer to his door, and each of you crab walks just the same, and as you follow him, lean up against the wall, like, hey. And he begins to shrink back further into the corner as you continue to accost him. Fail Rise is not a large realm. It's a web, of course, just a little ball of web, a little ball of realm, a little realm of weave. It's not so large. If you walk long enough, well, you will find yourself right back where you started.
So
this
how do
place
you
is
get
protected.
out?
Well, why would you want to do that?
Because you're
Well,
keeping us
that
here.
man out there wants to leave. If you say he can leave, then why don't you just show him the door? Since he
Well,
can't find it himself.
I am happy to do that. Of course. I do not tend to travel much around my domain. That's what my little projections are for. They do all the legwork while I rest my mind. But
you could explain it
I
to
don't
us.
recall being asked.
Yeah.
Certainly, I would let anyone free that they wish to.
Are you lying?
Not at all, but I would say that, perhaps. Oh, all right. Well, perhaps you might help us. I've exhausted myself trying to figure out what exactly is going on here, and well, perhaps it's beyond me. You won't catch many an archfey being willing to admit when they can't do something or when they don't know the answer, but, well, I'm not like the rest of them.
Are you lying
Well,
again?
thank God for that. So, out with the information. I'm ready. Quill to paper.
I've told you all that I
Now, see,
know.
I don't believe you, though, is the thing.
Okay. So, we are at this impasse where we don't know if you're telling the truth or not. So I have a solution. I give you a little prick, and then we talk again.
Yeah, he's
Now,
crazy. I wouldn't mess with
you
him.
you will not feel any pain, or you will not be hurt. I promise.
Magic.
You have my word.
Oh, sorry. I mean,
Creepy guy.
maybe
Creepy guy.
maybe not,
No.
maybe not little mad scientist.
No,
Yeah.
listen. I am not going to harm anyone.
And he'll take out a syringe, and in the syringe is a swirling blue liquid.
You see, this is a truth serum. I just have to stab someone, and it will not do any harm. I promise. It's a hyperbolic needle. Whatever that means. I don't know. I'm smart. Anyway, it means you can't lie. So, this way, we wouldn't have this lack of trust. We could all tell the truth. Well, you, hopefully. Spider person.
I don't think I'd like to do that. The blood of an archfey is quite powerful. He could most certainly do me harm with even just a little prick of it.
In your blood,
I know.
I'm giving you a serum.
Maybe such drastic measure is not necessary. I think you want to solve this problem, Mr. Yarn, but you'll have to allow us to help and be more allow us access to things that might help us around this place.
Well, you are all free to go wherever it is that you like around Fable Rise. You've not been
Um,
barred from anywhere.
What can you
including
tell us?
including your helping hands, maybe.
Yeah, and your knowledge. When did this start? What started first? You haven't told us any of that stuff or even what you have tried. You just said, I'm doing everything I can. You need to tell us more information.
It's been some time, I will admit. But time is, well, it's nothing much more than an illusion here. It's not as though I've kept a tally of each day. We've existed here for a long time, and for a long time we existed with no issues, no problems, no sours. Only sweets. But things just changed one day. We woke up and things seemed a little less bright. Things seemed anxious and desperate. There was a tang of fear to the air. And since that, things have simply gotten worse. But I will say the longer people stay here in Fable Rise, well, the less that they seem to care about these strange happenstances. And I continue to keep them safe and fed and comfortable and protected.
Yeah, that's because people are losing their memories of who they are and what their purposes are and what happened before they stumbled upon this place, which seems to be the growing problem.
Yeah, I don't want to become a sheep.
Yeah, that's not happening today, Mr. Yarn Spinner.
So we got to figure this out.
You could
Really, I
start by telling us about the story of what's the guy's name over yonder across the way who's telling us about
Vulgate.
a wonderful book that you're writing about, and I would love to hear the story.
You said whom is telling you this?
Just somebody just across the way. Just one of them over there. There's so many of them. They're all alike. I could begin to tell you what their name was. I don't even know my own name.
Yeah, we don't know any names.
Well, I can't say that I know exactly what you're talking about. Perhaps it is
Well-
a discarded story.
Well, you were just talking to Wendy. She's from the story.
Yeah, we found her discarded, and
She was-
you're an all power or one of the mostly powerful archfey. Surely you know the rest of the story. I would love to hear
Did
it.
you throw their story away? Did you throw them into the catacombs to be destroyed by those bookworms?
That is not what the catacombs are for. They are simply for waste stories that are no good, of no use to anyone.
Which is what she
But her
said.
story was down there.
She was down there.
She was there. So you're not just throwing away stories, you're throwing away people.
You're creating these people and you're throwing them away to be eaten by these worms. I think that's pretty non-Fey-like.
And if you don't care
Well-
about them, at least care about the fact that all this stuff you're feeding to these worms is what's causing them to proliferate and come up here and start attacking people who are up here. And God knows what is happening underneath there with all those tunnels. They keep tunneling away. Your whole world could cave in. It's like termites.
I
They'll come
understand,
for you one day.
and I do hear you, but ultimately, and he seems to get this burst of confidence, and he stands upright to his normal, very large stature. I'm in no mood to continue this discourse. If you please will excuse me, if you will excuse me, I am departing now. We will speak later. I have work to do.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're gonna tell us the truth, and we're gonna figure this out, and you're not gonna go anywhere.
He does not seem to take that for an answer. And he does, begin stepping over your little bodies with his long spidery legs towards his door.
Dream will draw his rapier.
Does
And
he?
I have my longsword out.
I still have a
Really?
little syringe in my hand.
It will come to such violence?
You're
is
good
ridiculous.
enough.
You have choices.
You're no
here.
match for me, little people.
There's one of you and 1, 2, 3,
Many.
4, 5, at least 6 of us willing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I killed a green woman once. I'm wearing her hand. I'll kill you, maybe, and I don't know, wear your eyes, your legs.
I
I
wonder
don't know.
how you would match
I will-
for a bear.
I'll hold the flame in my hand and say, your webs are very flammable.
We learned that.
Love Runa.
This whole place could catch up
It'd be a
really
shame.
quickly.
Caught fire.
Yeah, I wonder who would do that. As voices are raising and, tempers are flaring and you guys are all ganging up and backing this poor innocent spider into the corner,
Uh-huh.
nobody appears at the doorway to the auditorium. And he seems a little confused, but he waves a hand at, it would seem, Malik, and attempts to get his attention.
Yes? What do you need, ugly one?
I'll just pretend that I didn't hear that, but there's a little one outside. He said he wanted to talk to you.
It is you.
He darts out.
Thanks, Malik, thanks, creepy one. Over there for the backup here. He just immediately dips out.
He has his priorities.
Always.
And nobody does. He kind of makes his your business his business, and he just kind of sits down on one of these stumps, and he's just watching you guys begin to threaten this giant spider with your weapons.
Good show. Good show.
As you step out, Malik, there's light chatter over here from a little group still having their picnic, and one of the little scribes from the scriptorium scurries on over to you.
Yes?
Look, here, come over here. Alcena,
Come
no,
aboard.
nothing seems amiss to you in there. The spider, he says, I spent some time this evening thinking on it, and I may have misled you, but I did not mean to upset you. To make amends, I offer knowledge.
Go on.
Things in Fable Rise are not as they should be.
Well,
Stories
yes,
that-
it is the Feywild.
Stories that have unraveled, leaving only holes, threads once woven, now frayed. I will tell you what I know, but you must promise to listen carefully, and then please never repeat it.
Okay.
Yarn Spinner. I don't know if he's doing it in an evil way. He's always been such a kind creature. But,
Mhm.
well, he is stealing memories for his stories. And if you want them back,
See.
you should find them in his private drafting room. There's a secret entrance in the back of the library.
Oh yeah, I made a hold in there.
In the library? Oh. Be careful.
I think so. I don't know.
He points to the back of this little house thing.
Is that the library?
No,
I
no.
kind of
that's
wake
the-
up and I forget everything.
No. That's the auditorium. The library is over here. And he points over to the side.
Oh, right. So
Now, yes?
You proposed I break into that library, go in there, get my memories back.
No,
Oh,
no. I propose nothing of the sort. I am simply telling you this information, and you can do with it as you will. I have nothing to do with whatever it is beyond that.
well,
But-
I will give you something back. I will most definitely break into that building, and I will most definitely take my memories back.
Oh well, if that's what you choose to do with this information, well, I have no ideas. I've never spoken to you before in my life, but well,
Yes, of course.
don't run off just yet. There are two more little things that I promise that I will tell you for your help. I know that you went through quite a bit of danger to get those typesets back for me, and well, I'll be quite honest, I'm exhausted. So I feel I owe you quite a big debt.
Well, yes, I would prefer if you made some armor for me out of this material, because I can't do it all myself, but, you're kind of just dodging my requests. But it's fine. It's whatever. I don't hold you.
Look at me. Do I look like a blacksmith to you? Do I look like an armorer? What do you think
It's
before,
not-
man? I
it's
use
not
a quill
metal
and I
work.
write on paper and I can barely see. Look at my glasses. They're falling out right now. I'm of no use to you. Take the information or don't.
It's not blacksmith work, it's leatherworking, you buffoon! It's like whipping! God! You make so many assumptions!
Well, I guess I can assume that you don't need to know or want to know what else I have to say. So you can,
No, okay, God, fine, tell it!
No,
No,
I don't
no,
want to
it's
bother
fine.
you with my incompetence.
I never said that! Okay, look, tell me, and I'll tell you something about these mushrooms, okay? God.
Look, clearly, I want you to leave this place at this point. I've had more than enough of these interactions. And I can only assume that you'd like to leave Fable Rise as well. So, if you want to do that, well, I know for a fact there's a book connecting this place to Prismere. Yarn Spinner keeps that book hidden somewhere in the Nursery of New Ideas.
Okay.
Now, the last thing that I can tell you. If you wanted to disregard all of that, you might be able to bargain with Yarn Spinner. One boy did, but well, we don't know much about it, and we're not allowed to talk about it. That's a forbidden story. All we know is Yarn Spinner let him go when he found something secret and very precious to him.
Where did he find this thing?
I don't have the answer to that. I don't even know
Oh.
what this precious thing is.
Okay, that was very helpful. I will act like I don't know you, and we'll meet again in a few years in some very awkward situation, and act like we don't know each other. Anyways,
Yeah.
I think
Get a
those
head start
people
now,
are my
man.
Okay, well, you're not really nice. I'll give you that.
You've officially weirded the nice Foley out of him. What horrible questioning have you guys been doing while Malik's been outside getting his payback?
We just need to know about the books. That's all. We want to know the stories, and we also need you to tell us the way out. Since you said there is a way out, you still have yet to tell us that. The
Well, if you're
floor is
gonna
yours
wave
and
those
you're telling
weapons
us
at
nothing.
me. Well, if you're gonna wave those weapons at me, I guess you better be prepared to use them, because I'm in no mood for this questioning anymore.
Neither
You
are
So,
we.
uh,
So just
sister
tell us what
from
we want
me.
to know, and then we can leave. You're not telling us anything.
Excuse me. Hello.
Anybody
Creepy
have good
guy.
observation?
Oh God.
Did you really say creepy guy?
I'm trying to get attention over here. I'm waving my arms, doing jumping jacks.
Who are you
Oh,
calling
no.
creepy guy?
Hello over here, Mr. Creepy Guy. Hello.
I think he wants us to
Nobody.
go
have
over
your-
there.
Nobody's turning
Like
around.
whispers to Silva. I think he wants us to follow him.
Is he calling himself creepy guy?
I think because that's what we refer him as. I think that he's trying to get our attention.
Well, I'm not
You
willing.
keep ignoring me. I'm gonna blow up.
Hey,
That sounds good.
What do you
come
want?
over here. We're trying to keep this spider from leaving. If we all go over there, he's gonna get away. So, what do you want?
Want you to come with me for a walk.
Okay, how about one of us goes? I'll
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
take one for the team. You kind of just help Dream block the door. I'll go see what the creepy one wants.
Sounds good. Thanks,
You're
big
very
girl.
mean. Anyway.
Oh, God.
So, TLDR, there is this little spiderling who is very rude. He lives in that building over there. If you ever see him, fucking kick him or something. I don't know.
Oh, was he the one
Anyway,
you were yelling at earlier?
Hey, don't you get in my personal love life? Anyway. There's this building over there, and that big spider fella apparently has something precious. Our memories, something about a kid. Yeah, he tricked the thing, blah, blah, blah.
I'll just TLDR what Grim said because my voice will crack if I keep doing it.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so then, obviously when we were over there the first time, we missed something.
Yes, we have to go in some hidden room or something. Now, do not fret. I spent the night messing with these mushrooms in my pocket. So, I have these mushrooms now, and they can go boom in different ways. So if you wanna break into that house, I can break it open or melt it quietly. Or if we just walk in normally, that it's also an option, but it's boring.
I mean, by all means, if you think that you can break in undetected, that is definitely an option. So that way we can try to badger more information out of Mr. Big Spider over there. And
This
front
is
him
the
with a
most
lie.
respect I think I've ever gotten out of this group in a conversation. And I am quite appalled. Anyway, I'll be waiting down there in the building. You bring your, friends. Or, I don't know, leave them to that mosh pit. But I'll be waiting out there, so, toodaloo.
Okay, please don't
And
burn
he
the
goes-
building down though. Like,
I don't have fire! I have acid!
yeah, well, same difference. The building could be
It's
no
completely different!
if you say so. If you say so. She just walks away, shaking her head, like super confused about what just happened. Okay, give me.
Yarn Spinner's still in there, inching towards his door, trying very much to get past all of you without violence.
Is,
So what
is
did
the
he
door
want?
open for him yet?
Hold on. What is it, Alcina? Sorry.
Yeah,
is
what
it,
did he want?
Other, second blueberry.
Out of character.
Blueberry too.
Out of character, really quick, to the party. Do we want him to know that his little spiderlings are calling his ass out, or do we want to try and
Fuck
keep
no.
him
No.
occupied? Because I
I
can't
mean-
just
Say you
waltz
wanna
in
go for
and
a
tell
walk.
everybody what he said.
No,
Malik,
but-
Just say take for a walk.
okay. Malik is taking a walk. Or I'm sorry, the creepy one. He is taking a walk. He'll be back. But I think that a few of us should also take a walk. And maybe
Yes,
go
everyone take
help
a
him
walk.
out.
Leave me alone.
No, not everyone. Not everyone.
Okay, how about this? Maybe he found something and we should investigate it. All of us.
Yeah, I was trying to.
And leave Mr. King of Spiders here. For now. You got lucky.
And don't forget, the blue horned one has fire that she can release anytime, anywhere. So watch your step.
We're on to you.
Yeah.
Suppose
I
this
could
is what I
just-
get for allowing just anybody to take refuge in my domain.
And then
Now
tell
get
us-
out of my
telling them
way.
how to leave, because you still haven't done that yet.
Refuge.
You said we could leave, but you still didn't tell us how.
Yeah, we'll be back to find out how.
I'll be back.
All right. As he walks through the door,
Yes.
Yeah, what you
Dream
gonna do, Dream?
walks in under him.
Give me a stealth check.
Isn't he invisible?
Not anymore.
He is
Oh,
not
that is
You
invisible
dropped it?
anymore.
You did drop it.
Mm-mm.
Shit.
Oh god.
Yeah.
You
Oh, no.
perceive-
Do I see this? Do I see Dream?
slip through. I mean, I imagine. Make a perception roll.
Okay.
Does he really have a plus 13 to perception?
Ooh.
You
Okay,
absolutely.
You most certainly do.
I'm gonna try to help Dream with a bit of a potent. The 11 I rolled earlier, I'll grant him that one for his
Well,
stealth
that
roll.
would be meets it, so I'd still fail the check.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Yeah,
in
I
this
have a
case,
plus 7.
yes.
He rolled an 18 on his perception.
So the stealth 18 would not be enough.
So I'm not gonna do it then.
Bummer. Although nothing terrible happens to you, it's honestly as though Yarn Spinner expects it, and he just like a dog whose toes you're tickling on the couch. He gives you a swift kick and throws you back out onto the stage as the webbed door closes behind him.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Not your best stage exit, huh, Dream?
No, I haven't been rolling terribly well tonight.
I mean, Blue Cat. I keep forgetting I don't remember names.
It's hard not to use the names.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
How do you think I
Nobody-
feel the whole fucking
Jesus.
campaign? I literally don't know any names.
Exactly. It's not so easy.
Okay, so they said that this is the nursery of what news stories? Is that what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Something like that.
And he said that it was in a building. So
Yes.
but I think that we searched. That's the library.
No. I think this building is bigger than
Mhm.
what it looks like. I didn't notice
Don't
when we were
worry.
in here before, but I don't think we saw the entire building. There's got to be another way, like a trap door or something, or secret door.
Well, Malik will strut up to this little spider fellow.
Hello there, friend. How do you feel about Yarn Spinner?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really feel any type of way about him.
Okay.
Why,
Do you,
ask?
Is this all there is in this building?
Yes. Look.
Okay. So, do you see that book over there?
And I'll point behind him. And when he turns around, I want to stab him with a syringe of truth.
Oh my god.
Okay.
He learned from trying to ask last time.
Yeah. That's true.
I'm not asking permission anymore. Just doing it.
I mean, it's not even a painful thing. It's just a prick, like a syringe, like you're distracting a child, kinda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if
Forget
I'm
the whole
not
consent
wrong,
thing.
yeah. Nobody minds. I think if I'm not wrong, the truth serum works like zone of truth. So you make a, I think it's
Charisma?
con. I think it's a con save or a
Charisma.
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 Yep. But it's a poison, technically speaking. That's why I'm not quite sure if it's con or charisma.
Oh.
Well,
What did
first I
you
want you to
choose?
make me an attack.
Oh, right. I forgot about that part. I'm too excited. Do I get advantage? Ambush advantage? No?
You know what? Why not? You got a whole horde
Yay.
of friends around you. Everyone's probably milling around, touching stuff. Not that you needed it. Yeah. All
Super
right.
step.
You managed to sink that needle right on in.
DC is 16, charisma or con. You.
What was that? Get away from me! Gosh,
Hey,
why are you all
Runa,
so weird?
bestie, do you have a portent dice?
I'm not letting him pass through.
Damn it.
I'm not letting him walk around without. Did he just pass through me? I will try to stop him.
From like walking down the aisle.
Yeah. I'm gonna stand in his way. I say, stop right there. I want him to not get past me.
Look, I've had more than enough of this. If you need to find a book, look for it on your own.
We're not looking for a book.
Well, you're not being very nice either.
No, we are not. We are gonna be not nice this time around. Yeah. Let's start from this point. We all
I don't really
have
like
lot
this.
of
I'm just a little
questions.
spider librarian.
Well, let's keep it that way. Let's just keep you a little spider librarian and not, you know.
Dream as Runa is over there
Rolling intimidation.
intimidating the shit out of this poor little spider librarian. You are running your hands over the shelves, over the spines of these books, and as you stand in this area, you notice there is a suspicious gap in the shelves. However, you do know that there's no visible hinge or lever.
Looking for a book that maybe pull it back. Open a secret door.
You pull down a couple of spines, and you find a few. But one of them sticks out to you, in particular, the title, as it's called A Path Forward from Within.
All right. Wanna try and pull it off the shelf?
You pull it down off the shelf, and nothing happens, much to your dismay. But you open up the book and flip through the pages,
Yes.
and you find a collection of drawings. Each drawing is depicting a person or a creature of some kind, the most notable of which is an illustration that is easy for you to recognize as a yarn spinner. There are other drawings, other spiderlings, and a young boy.
Okay.
And despite the terror that is fuming, sugarless Bruna, she has not had candy long enough. The little librarian turns his face as you begin leafing through this book. And he says, "Hey, wait! Hey, put that down! Don't touch that! You guys get out of here! You're just here causing them trouble! Get out of here now before I have to call for help!"
There was
Yeah.
no
Trouble
calling for
has
help.
just begun, little librarian. My friend here who has the book in his hand is much more nicer than me.
Tell me
I-
about this book.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid to call for help. I will. Don't make me scream. Put that book back. Get out of here.
It will be the last thing you say that will come out of your mouth.
And he takes a big spidery inhale. His little face lifts just slightly.
Don't do it.
He just did. She cut out. It was.
Oh yeah, no. He shouts, or he begins to shout before what? Is one of you guys gonna stab this poor freaking spider?
I'm gonna
in
stab
the
him
face?
with another syringe, but this time it's oil of Tagit, which is basically 24 hours of sleep if he fails.
The same time as he's doing that, I'm reaching out my hand over his mouth.
Over his spidery mandibles.
Yeah.
Do I get advantage?
Oh yeah, I'll also jump in and I'll grab him and I'll hold him down for the creepy one.
All right,
No, no.
Silva, make an
Alt action,
athletics
basically.
with advantage
Okay.
from Elsena's assistance. And Malik, you can make your attack with advantage if she somehow manages to be higher than that 20.
Oh god.
He rolled quite high on that just now.
Why is it such a high roller? Okay, fine.
Yay! All right.
Yeah.
So she claps her hand over the spider's mandibles and
I'll save. This one I know in my
Alcena
head.
just grabs his legs.
DC 16. Can't save or fall asleep.
Ay.
Okay, you are
Night,
asleep
night.
for 24 hours.
And in your arms, the spiderling librarian goes limp. Silva, you guys are going evil. You guys are being bad.
Hey,
No, he
no,
just
no, no.
cooperated.
I literally chose non-lethal. I'm being very nice. I could have killed him.
Rona was preparing a spell to kill him. Yeah.
Like I figured you were gonna kill him, and I just wanted to chime in before you did. I'm being the passive one. I'm being nice.
I mean, what's the harm in killing the librarian? Obviously, he knows something. I mean, like, we need
God,
our
I'm gonna-
memories
I'm gonna-
back.
You guys are
I'm
fucked.
gonna stab him too. I'm gonna stab him too.
The spider is now limp on the ground, and Dream, you hold this book in your hands, though nothing clicked. There are no whirs, there was no thunking that leads you to believe some secret door has opened.
Just yarn spinner and a little boy. For the pictures.
There is a picture of Yarn Spinner. There is a drawing of Vulgate. You recognize his little hat. A few other spiderlings, and yes, a drawing of a young boy.
Are we assuming that's Will?
That's what's my thinking.
No, I don't think it's Will. Because Will's from a different book.
But I don't.
It's just a
Fine.
drawing.
Does it look like Will?
Oh, I can bonus action the syringe. I didn't know that.
You guys know Will, so I mean,
Yeah.
it could be. It's not the most intense artist's rendition, and it was clearly drawn in haste, a little clumsily, but his shaggy hair is kind of hard to miss.
You said it was a picture of Yarn Spinner, a boy, and Vulgate.
And some other spiderlings, yep.
Which one's Vulgate?
The
He's
one
the
that
one
sent
we
us down
saved.
for the bookworms.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we saved him from the bookworm.
Above ground, yes.
Does that mean this switch is in his room?
Oh, I want to check to see if he has a key or anything on him that might indicate where this, how to get into the secret room.
Sure. Give him an investigation check.
Meanwhile, Alcena's just gonna start pushing books off the shelf. But not like
And now you're
Hastily.
looting?
Not hastily, just she's being very respectful of the books because the librarian in her can't handle it, but she's just gonna start taking books off the shelf.
Despite the strangeness of it, or maybe not strangeness, he's a spider. He's not wearing pants, so he doesn't have any pockets.
That doesn't
Good.
mean
I
he
forgot
can't
he was
have
a
like
spider.
one like wrapped around his neck on like a whatever, or like tied to like one of
Yeah.
his little spider legs.
You're not wrong. Kane the spider
Thank
at
you,
one
Paige.
point, he did have his little belt on in the catacombs. This
Yeah.
guy wears no such belt. He's fully spiderly nude.
Okay.
Weird.
Now I'm just weirdly fondling a spider.
Yeah.
Just call me Malik.
Malik's being really normal in this
Who's that?
situation. Getting a side eye.
Did you
Getting a little side
read
eye.
anything else in that book over there, Dream?
I
Just
hand
other
it
than
over
that.
to you.
Blue
See if
cat.
you can figure anything else out about it.
Can you give that to me? I'll cast see invisibility if it will help. I don't know.
Oh,
Ooh,
Very
yeah,
smart.
good idea.
go for it.
Oh, hold on. I feel like a retard. I just remembered the one item I got from that gold guy, Wand of Secrets. The wand has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to spend 1 charge, and if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points to the nearest one.
Ah.
Haha.
That would be a
Let-
cool
let-
little thing to have used. Yes.
Yeah.
Let me see what
Well,
I see.
Yeah,
That's
we
fine.
still need to investigate the book.
As far as the book goes, nothing becomes immediately illuminated once you cast that spell. There are no special words, there are no hidden spells.
Anything around the room within 30 feet.
Nothing seems to change in the area.
Oh, it's not within 30 feet. It's just is.
And it lasts for an
Anything
hour
you
too.
can see.
So if we
Yes.
get into that other room, then that will still be in effect.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
the book is just a book, and the contents of this library, as far as you can tell, are the contents.
Alsana
Alright,
has
but-
written down the pictures and descriptions in her journal.
Yes.
What is it?
Dream?
Hmm?
Any other ideas?
What the wand? Does the wand
Yeah,
do
what
anything?
about Malik's wand?
Oh, do you want
Yeah,
to
the one
use
I'm,
it right now?
I haven't used it a single time ever since I gotten it. It is that niche.
It does. You can see as you kind of use the wand and you like scan it as though you're like scanning for a microchip or something. And the outline of the shelf begins to glow.
Is nobody just standing here doing nothing? You just vibing?
Well, my next plan,
Yeah,
if I
he
didn't
walked
see a
in a
trigger
little
or
while ago.
switch, like, I'm going to try pushing and pulling on it, but if it doesn't move, I'm just going to start breaking this damn thing.
Okay, yeah.
Guess he's just a chill guy.
You pull on every single spine out of on that shelf, but none of them seem to do anything special. And the back of the shelf is just the back of the shelf, and nobody. He is just standing there. He's sort of leaning against this shelf and just sort of watching. He looks bored, although perhaps he's just exhausted. You have no idea how many nights he's lacked sleep.
Schizophrenia. I'm debating stabbing him with the syringe.
But Dream, you don't find anything once that shelf is empty.
Well, let's start dismantling the shelf, I guess.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Alcena is taking every single book off the shelf right now. She's putting them next to her in very neat piles. Taking very good care of the book, but taking every single book off the shelf.
Yes, you and Dream have successfully removed everything, and there is nothing on there. So now Dream and Runa begin to break and disassemble the shelf until a few moments later, you manage to. Oops, didn't mean to do that. You manage to make your way through the back.
Making my way.
Is
What's
this area
in
supposed to be
here?
dark?
Tis.
Is this a wall?
Tis.
What if I use the wand again?
You, there is a large desk as you guys walk through this hole that you've made. And it covers these two side walls, and it is, got numerous open books. Each of the books is turned to a blank page where a work in progress abruptly stops. There is ink pots, quills, and scattered notes filling the remainder of the space. On the far end of the room is a podium made out of roots, illuminated by a single magical candle, and it holds an open book with text only covering half of the page. What are these investigation rolls for?
I don't know. I thought we are rolling investigation.
I'm flipping through this
Specifically.
book in front of me, right here on the edge of the table.
Okay.
Dream goes to the book on the podium,
Okay.
starts reading the page there, and then working his way backwards.
All right. Well, I'll start with Alcena first. Alcena, as you are reading the book on the table here, you see ideas and locations that are a bit familiar to you. A giant dinosaur skeleton, a transported pyramid, a castle, garrison, a sinking ship, a killer construct, a house swept up in a tornado. All things that you recognize from your brief time across the way in the nursery of new ideas. There are also other books, mostly blank. And Dream, the book that you look at, you step up and you take the leather cover in your hand and flip it closed to read what it's called. And this book is titled The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. And as you begin to scan through the words, this book clearly describes the names of each of you and adventures that are exceptionally familiar.
So
Oh.
are the descriptions of us good enough that we recognize, obviously that we recognize the adventures. We would not recognize the names unless Alcena pulls out her book. But do we recognize descriptions of ourselves?
Oh, most
yeah,
certainly.
I'm pulling out my journal and we're comparing notes at this point. I'm assuming Dream is like, hey everybody, I think the story is about us. Is that what happened?
I have a question about the text and the descriptions and the drawings. Are they exactly the same as the ones that Alcena has in her book that she is writing?
I mean, you don't have like a fully like this is what Silva looks like. But throughout the adventuring, you can piece together bits and pieces enough to make a sort of description of the people within. the names are mentioned multiple times.
No, I was okay. So it's not her book reproduced.
Her book.
Like my journal.
Like her
Oh,
journal.
it's not a
journal
copy of her
every
journal.
single-
No.
Yeah, I journal every single
this-
thing we come across.
This is
Okay.
not a journal. This is a story written
Got it.
about things that you all remember experiencing. The book that Elsena holds, that was the book Dream has in his hand. The
Yeah.
book that Elsena is looking in at, aside from the blank ones, is the one that has the random notes jotted down that are familiar from the nursery. As you guys are, filing into this little room and looking around, nobody is following you as well. Also looking around, thumbing through the different books. He picks up a book. And then he withdraws a shiny dagger. And before you can say anything, shout out in alarm, he begins stabbing the book, tearing out the pieces, destroying it.
Wait, who did that? Nobody did that?
Nobody. I feel like Alstena has some feelings.
Listen,
So judge
I told
people
you
on their
guys.
appearance.
He looks at you all with a sneer and says, "All right, well, that's all I need. You guys have a nice life." And begins trotting towards the door.
no, Alsena
Oh,
is
wait, hold on.
No,
immediately Alsena is going
no.
bear form and he is going nowhere.
I mean,
Oh,
shit.
no.
You go bear form and you attempt to grab him.
Yeah, I know. I'm tackling him.
All right. Everybody,
Hmm.
please roll initiative as
Oh, boy.
Temdri turns and twists and fights for his life.
I think I'm stuck in this wall.
I'm stuck too.
Okay.
I thought it was just me because I often have problems, but it's really stuck.
This guy's gonna get
Oh boy,
buck munched.
I can't express to you guys how much I hate this isometric map. I really hate it. Hate it so much.
I think
Even
it's
I'm
funny.
the one who brought it into our lives.
We've spent so much
It looks
time
pretty.
here.
I like it.
Hey, it's
Ruby.
nothing compared to Velaki, okay?
That is true.
Nothing at all. Ruby Tuesday, he is in. You want Ruben to roll a second time?
I did already.
Oh, damn, he's just
6
stuck. Got it.
and yeah, he's horrible. I'm sorry.
I'm
Should've done
I'm
better for
immediately
Ruben.
biting him. He is going nowhere.
I'm still stuck in the wall.
I'll give you one attack. So yep, roll the damage as we.
In the wall. Oh wow. Yippee! Question mark. Nope, still in the wall.
Well, here's the thing. There's no light happening here, so there's nothing stopping you from moving. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Just put me in the hallway.
I don't know what's happening.
Freedom! There we go. God, it's like this entire box is like caved in. I can actually draw it. Hold on. Look at this. Yeah, look at
That's
that.
right.
bullshit.
Oh,
Malik,
uncanny
you are up.
dodge.
Anyway. Options. Well, I don't want to show off the fun stuff just yet in this enclosed area. So, I will try the garrote, because the garrote seems fun. Never using that again in my life.
It is technically a hit.
Really? Oh, okay.
It is.
So, 8 slashing damage, and he is grappled. Yeah, I don't want to show off anything else. I want to be conservative. I want to be a big surprise.
Oh, good. Runa.
Rona
Is it?
gonna pop this. She's gonna just pop back her spider familiar and crawl on her shoulder to her arm and and try to reach for him and let the spider crawl on him and say,
Yeah.
"You're not going anywhere. Maybe you should start talking. We're tired of people not talking here."
Roll me intimidation.
Intimidation. 6.
Nobody laughs in your face. I don't have to answer to you.
Okay, my spider bite him.
Okay.
He rolled a 1.
Your spider does nothing.
I think
It has a hard time getting through the leather armor that Temdri wears. Nobody, I mean.
okay. We'll just die here, I guess. I'll just back away 1 step.
He's gonna
from
die
him.
here.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Dream.
We never insight checked nobody.
Nope. Every other NPC you talk to, you definitely were like, "What's this guy got going on?" Nobody. You were like,
I cannot
this guy?
believe.
Well, he was
Yes.
like sweet at the beginning. He was like, "Oh my god, I don't know anything." Just like Balt didn't know anything, so there was no reason for us to like
Yes.
investigate him until we were talking to Yarn Spinner, and he just nonchalantly starts walking up and just sits down and says nothing, and then follows us around. That's why Alcena was like, "Are you sure?" That's why I perception checked him to see, are you acting fucking strange? Because obviously, yes, you are.
You've got this book in your hands titled The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. It is talking about the exploits of your friends. What do you do?
I flip to the latest entry. What's it talking about?
The latest entry chronicles the second night. You laid your head down to sleep
Knew it.
in Fable Rise.
Mm.
Though it does end there. There's nothing after you woke up. There's nothing about your conversation with Yarn Spinner. Only, and then you went to sleep.
All right. I'm just gonna leave that on the podium for just a sec. Then I get on my haunches, in front of nobody, and hold my paw out in front of me, unsheath my claws. My friend, we have had very bad time here. You just made it much, much worse. If you do not tell us who you are, what you're here for, this crazy man here is going to cut off your head. And then I kind of lightly drag my claws across his midsection, like enough to score his armor but not do harm. But before then, you will have a very bad day.
Go ahead and make me another intimidation.
Come the fuck on, really? Firing
Oh, what's
with dice
little kitty
rollers.
gonna do? You gonna hiss at me, little kitty?
All right. I'm gonna slash him across the fucking face. Maybe.
Yeah, you are.
For no damage.
That would be correct.
What?
I have a -1 strength.
Oh, it's a
That
strength.
is...
It adds your strength.
It's not your dex? Really?
It would be really nice. if
It's
it was my
melee.
dex.
No, I mean claws. I would assume that would be dex for some reason.
It's melee.
Yeah, I think strength makes sense, though that is extremely unfortunate.
It is.
As your claws rake across his face
Yeah.
and
Can I at
draw
least
no
like
blood.
say I like leaves like marks across his face at least?
Oh yeah, instantly a red welt has arrived, but it does not leak any blood.
Maybe you'll be lucky and he's allergic to cats, so it'll like flow up and itch.
That would be awesome.
What happens to me?
Alright. Alcena is
Brown
gonna
bear,
try
brown
and roar in his face, just like the biggest like bear roar that she can muster. God damn!
Oh my god.
God
Damn,
damn!
y'all are like not
Scary at all.
scary.
Well, I don't care if I'm scary. We're gonna go multi-attack. We're gonna fight him, and we are going to claw him. You don't like my scary roar? I just heard you.
Roar, roar, roar.
Yes.
Just starts mauling his body.
Okay, that is definitely a boo-boo.
Die.
Is that Garrote thing though? Oh yeah.
Yep.
Just at the start. Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
As you pull the garrote tighter around his neck, Malik, and it begins to leave a bright trickle of blood as his teeth grit, and well, if he was considering surrendering, the pain perhaps clouds any further thoughts of that, and he just growls at you. I won't! Let me go! I don't want to be here anymore! And, he
Oh, I've just begun, my friend.
manages to get his way out from the garrote.
Where's Skedaddle? That's an action to break free, if I'm not wrong.
Is an action.
How many opportunity attacks?
You get bonus
Well,
action, probably.
You had uncanny dodge, which means if
Oh,
you
that's right, he does.
He is going to, yeah,
I
he's
forgot.
going to
Bonus
disengage.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Cunning action.
Well, he still
He
has to
can't
go
do
through
anything else.
Ruben and closed door.
Yeah, he has to go for Ruben.
Yeah.
The menacing rabbit. Guarding the gates.
There we go.
Okay.
Alright, Silva.
I can't move. I'd like to get out of the room, please.
Why can't you move?
And chase him down.
Alright, 10,
because-
15.
I have 40 feet.
20, 25, 30.
Okay, that'll work. And I'm going to attack him with my longsword because I'm done playing with him.
Okay.
And I have terrible intimidation, so I'm not even going to try.
I'm gonna outline the whole door for you. There you go, that's the room.
Longsword.
Alright. Oof.
Ah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Fucking cleaved in half. Oh, good god.
And How do you end nobody's life?
Do I want to kill him, guys? Do we think we'll be able to
I was
get any
gonna.
information about him now that we beat him to death?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
we can at least
yeah,
get some
we-
sort
we
of
can.
information from him.
Alright, I would like to knock him unconscious.
Yay! I have things I can do to him.
Oh,
Yippee!
I can't move the bear either. Can you move me right?
Yeah.
What
right
the
in front of
fuck is
nobody?
happening?
Nobody.
It's because of this, dude. It's because of this. Because of
It's
this.
'cause of
I
the-
mark it for you. I mark it.
Yes.
Big door, big wall.
There's
Nobody
nothing
is
there.
moving.
There is for us.
Yeah, it like won't let us go past like a certain point.
Oh, I know the answer. Okay, now you guys can
Yay!
move.
Freedom! 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 Freedom!
God, that was so annoying. My bad, guys. Okay, he is snoozing on the floor of this library. Got two guys taking a cat nap here today.
Can I? Quick question. If I were to inject him with, once again, truth serum, would he have disadvantage on that save, or?
On what save?
To
Truth
tell the
serum.
truth. Yeah, tell the truth.
Because
Since he's unconscious?
Yes, hard to
Yeah, so that
resist would be my guess. That's just my question
Syringe
to you.
him, and then we
Yeah.
can wake him up.
Okay. In that case, I'll stab his unconscious body with truth serum, and then right after with a health shots, which is just health potion. 1, 2. So, if you even do make a save, DC 16 con, and you get healed right after. Let's do it. Fucking Christ, Grim! You high
Seriously.
rolling. You high rolling bastard! Ah! Well, he's awoke again, but he's not under my effects.
With the giant ass bear growling in his face, just saliva dripping.
I mean, yeah, I guess this would be like round 2.
Get off of me! Let me go!
All right,
gotta
Let me
talk.
out of this place!
I could have killed you. And if you try to get away again, I will. So we need our questions answered.
I mean, I have former vials, so if you want to keep resisting, we can keep knocking you out and waking you up again. It's really up to you. I'll give this all day.
They're doing that. Dream's gonna grab the book that he stabbed and start seeing what that book's about.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
At once. Yeah.
Nope, time has passed. Sorry, it's a fail. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna try to help Dream by trying to use mending on the book a little bit here and there.
Oh, okay. Sure. Instead of disadvantage, you will have a normal ability to perception.
And I'll also keep an eye on it while doing it.
Wow, that's a lot of lag. And another terrible roll.
That was definitely not the best roll. There's a lot of mess going on there. And unfortunately, even with Runa's help, you don't seem to be able to quite
What about
make
that
out the
Portland
title.
thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Important. Could make it an 18 if you wanted.
I could. You know what? Fine. I'll use it here.
I was like, are you gonna? Yeah, you with Runa's extra special help. You were able to piece it together enough to read the title, where it says "The Tale of Strongheart."
Right.
And there is a nice long story inside, though some of it is difficult to read. But
Yes, Jablon,
it's the story of a paladin named Strongheart.
All right. I'll bring the book with me as they're all gathered around there. Toss the book down next to him on the floor. Who is Strongheart?
I a paladin. The most greatest human in the land.
Human.
And why do you want to end this story?
We are trying to change things.
You and who?
The League of Malevolence.
League of what?
Malevolence.
Have we heard anything about this League of Malevolence?
Not like in general, in the Feywild. Give me
History?
yes, a history check.
Everyone?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, so kind.
Jeez, Dream.
The bad luck will end
I
eventually.
give up.
Yeah, seriously, you better take a salt bath before Saturday or something. I don't know, man.
Seriously.
Maybe refresh.
Yes, so you know that the League of Malevolence is a evil order of adventurers.
Debatable.
Dedicated to simply getting power in any way that they can. They disappeared from the Forgotten Realms area, from the Sword Coast, years ago, and no one has heard of them in quite a long time.
Would I be able to know the name? Like, is that a name I would forget? Question mark.
It's not a person's name, so I don't think so.
Okay.
So, this League of Malevolence, I think I heard a few stories about them, yes, but how is it you are related to them? Do you have a connection? Do you have any information? Do you have friends? Do you have a base?
How do you remember?
I am a League member sent to change things. Zabilna's power.
I see. I don't know who this something is, but don't I really care?
Sibylla, wasn't it one of the hags, I think? Sibylla has my thing? I don't remember. Mine lived like on the mountain somewhere.
So far, there was, 2 hags we encountered? You guys encountered one before me and Dream came in, and then we fought one at the river.
Well, the one at the river was like a nameless hag, not really a relevant one. The main 3 are Bavlorna, Sibylla.
It's Gabatha, Lightstraw, and Moongrave.
Yeah, sorry. Crap was happening at my house and I missed some of that.
Yeah.
Well, I am a bit interested in this league of yours. What is your goal exactly? What power do you gain from this desecration of a book?
We changed things for the League, and I get my identity back. My name.
How do you get your name back?
Just a guess, but I figured it out when I destroyed the book. You have to destroy the story to get your memories back.
What is
I
the
have
downside
all of
of
mine
this?
now.
Oh. I mean, is any harm done to anyone else? Do we only get our stories back? Is this a container? Is that all there is? Is there no life at risk?
What do I look like? I don't know. Who cares? Let me out of here. Let me go.
Well, how about this? I'll patch you up a little bit extra if you behave and help out. Or I can help you go to rest for a very long time. But that I mean kill you. So, do you want to be helpful and get patched up? Or do you want to die in this little dusty hallway?
He looks around at the very menacing circle of adventurers that is absolutely threatening him.
Green or red? You choose.
Dangling 2 vials.
Fine. I just want out of this place.
Great fun.
And I'll stab him again, painfully if possible, but 2d4 plus 2 healing. 7 more hit points.
Very well then. Then let us keep looking for our memories.
So, you got back who you are? What's your name? You remember everything?
Yes.
What is
How
your
long does
name?
that truth serum last?
Yes. I mean, he failed both saves. He succeeded both, so it wouldn't matter. But
He's just over here volunteering
I'm
information
assuming.
on accident.
Oh,
Hold on.
shit. Damn, I think I did.
Oh. Oh well.
Oh,
You
please!
passed this.
I've been
You
hammering the
passed the
shit
save
out of you
right
guys
there.
for like 4 sessions, so I guess that's fair.
Hey, man.
He slowly crawls to his feet and just kind of leans himself up against some of the shelves to catch his breath.
Alcena does not trust him.
Look, buddy.
Alcena is mad at him.
We're as much as we fucked you up, we're in the same shit that you are in. I would introduce myself, but I don't know my name anymore. So can you tell me yours? Not that I will remember
Temdri.
it. Tendri. And I forgot it. Is it like when we learn the new name, we also forget it?
That is not the case. It is
Oh,
the
okay.
case
That's
for
just
Malik.
me.
Yes.
Yeah,
but,
that's just me.
not for you, Kurt.
Tendri. That's a cute name.
Thanks, I guess. Can you just leave me over here? I'll just sit here, man. I just want to go home.
No, there are windows next to you. Don't think I'm not seeing through your bullshit. Come, let's sit a little bit closer to that way, and I point toward there.
Yeah, whatever.
I think the true serum would last. No shot last 10 minutes. I mean, it could, considering other things last I'm just gonna use the Zone of Truth because that's the only actual written stat block I have on it, if you don't mind. So 10 minutes. If you want to go with it failing, to not fuck up the information.
Yes.
You also conscious after all, but yeah.
Dream, you set down the book as you were dealing with Temdri. What are you guys choosing to do now?
Well, first of all, look within the books tell about us, I guess. And if it does, stab that book. After that,
I think
Wand of
that
Secrets.
And I think that we should confront the yarn spinner first before we destroy the book, because we need evidence to confront him about. Because at this point we know at least enough about ourselves so we're not really lost. So the only thing that we would be gaining back is our names.
True. In that case,
In my
Wand of
theory.
Secrets.
Oh, and I need to find the book containing Vault's story.
Yes.
Because I need my sister back.
Fuck it, just take all the books.
Dream, make me another investigation check. And Malik.
Yeah. Yes, there you go.
There we go.
Where's the Wand of Secrets?
It's I can just copy paste it again. I'll be here. Beep.
I found it.
No, not too bad.
You can feel the pull coming from this wall, though you don't see anything immediately. There's no obvious doors.
Man, in that case, I'll
I'll
use
try to
something I
look.
picked up. Oh,
Oh,
go ahead.
I was just gonna try to investigate old-fashioned way.
Oh, I was just gonna use this acid gland I picked up last time, which can dissolve up to 1 cubic foot of non-magical material.
Maybe hold on to that first. Let me take a look. If there is
I
any
know where to
obvious
look for
pull
secret
or
entrances.
something to pull or push.
Go crazy. My investigation is not that high anymore. It's kinda shit.
You get that pulse and push from this direction here, but you don't see anything obvious. Dream, however, you are rifling through the books on the desk, and you find one called Dreamer's Pursuit. And as you flip through it, this fable book tells the tale of a determined sibling who braves the wonders and dangers of the Feywild in search of her lost brother.
Alright. I will definitely be holding on to this book till we decide if stabbing them actually works or not.
Well, it does, because Temdri got all of his memories back when he destroyed his book, so we know that's how we get all of our stuff back. But I think that yarn spinner, well, I mean, honestly, Bolts you could, because we only need one book to confront him.
Alright. Well, I'd rather be close when I stab it then. So she doesn't freak out
And like be like,
in the middle of
and
everybody.
Suddenly have your life back, and you realize, I'm not a baker, I'm a murderer.
She's just sitting there happily with her little treat,
The Dark Urge!
listening to the stories.
It all comes back.
I actually hate my brother! What am I doing here? No, I'm kidding. I would
Oh well.
do that too.
Investigate funny magic thingy. Blueberry 1? Blueberry Prime, as they say.
Yeah. Do I do that?
Go crazy. Otherwise I will torch this fucking wall down.
Yeah, let's get an investigation check from Ziruna.
Jesus.
Runa, you run your hands, your lips your mind over this wall, and you are confident that there is no door here waiting for you.
Okay.
You go so
I
far as
just
to go back into the library, run your hands over the shelves and books out there, and still you find nothing.
while I'm there, I'll just ask Temdry that is he part of the League of Malevolence?
I think he said so. I think he said yeah.
Did he said he's a member?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Unless I'm
Do they
schizophrenic.
have like a? Does he have with him like a business card or something? Is there like a? You know, if you want to join in, go to this location.
Just like a big packet of business cards in his pocket.
Uh,
Like, hey, here's where I
new
work, my
member.
address.
No, I don't have any symbols of the order, but I don't even know why you'd want something like that.
Well, you said you're. Well, I mean, the creepy one said that you gain. Your purpose is to gain powers and knowledge and stuff by any means necessary, right? You're men and women of action and no bullshit.
I think noble's a little bit of a generous term, but yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a little separated from my brethren at the moment, but well, I put in a good word for you, I guess.
My name. Oh yeah. Wait. What is my name?
Well, I don't know.
I'll pull out. My. I'll pull out the book. I've written some notes, taken from Alcina's
Okay.
method, and I'll write my name to him with things I can do and things where I my talents, I guess. Writing a CV to Temdry and give it to him.
I don't know if we'll see each other again, but as long as you don't try to kill me and well, I don't kill you, maybe it'll end up something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, let's hope that we don't try to kill each other.
He just kind of looks annoyed at the prospect as he was very near to death by getting his ass kicked. You guys begin to hear pounding and slashing and ripping noises from the little side room, and the partition here is a bit thinner, and it doesn't take much to tear a hole through.
As a fucking bear crashes through the wall.
Like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
This room has a smaller set of shelves, but the tomes are no less fine than any of the others, and there is a little hole of webberiness at the bottom of the floor.
I will point out that the spider boss thing did make a deal with a young kid once about something precious to them, which is apparently rare, as nobody knows what that precious item was. But if we do find it in here, that would be quite interesting. So if there's a time to be thorough, now would be that time.
As such, I will expend my 1 free cast of the day to make an unseen servant by clapping my hands, I guess. Nothing too freaky. This magic? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, it's a mini Malik, I guess.
I don't know what's happening.
Well, oh god. An investigation check, I guess, to look at anything interesting.
Well, you guys actually already know the book you're looking for. And the name of the book is The Boy Who Refused to Grow Up. And it doesn't take you long to find this book on the shelf. And as you pull it down
Sweet.
from the shelf, the cover itself reveals pretty heavy damage. Every single page is pockmarked with holes, creating weaving tunnels that are burrowing through the chapters. And there are numerous pages that appear torn or entirely missing, but it is possible to read around the damage to get the gist of the story if you wish.
Piece of me really wants to destroy this book and see if that big pothole in the middle just unravels.
Maybe we should
Oh,
try to
God.
read it first.
Yeah. Yeah. Do
God,
that.
what if they all disappear? What if it all just goes away? Oh,
Well, since I've got Malik who doesn't want to read it and a bear who I assume can't read, I guess I'll read it.
You just hear the
yeah,
bear
I'm
going,
illiterate.
Just huffing and puffing,
The-
slashing her claws on the ground like, come on.
Oh. Why would the bear not be able to read? It's still Alcina, no?
I mean,
She can't hold it in her little bear hand.
She can't hold the
She-
book.
She needs to be read aloud to.
Keeps nosing
And she
it.
can't read it out loud to us because she can't speak.
Keeps nosing the book.
Yeah, well, read it out, I guess. See what it's about.
All right, so I read the book.
All right. Well, gosh, stop yelling at me. All
Yeah,
children,
read the book.
except for one, grow up. Wendy knew this to be true, for when she met the free-spirited Will, she was whisked away to a magical island in the sky filled with never-ending childhood memories. Will and his band of merry companions lived carefree lives among mermaid lagoons, flying pixies, and mysterious natives of the island. But their most thrilling escapades were spent battling the dreaded pirates who prowled the skies in their black-flagged ships. The book story continues on to explain how Wendy was enchanted by the wonders of the island, but the dangers of adventure soon revealed themselves. Blasted from the air by cannon fire, Wendy was injured. Yet Will, ever her protector, nursed her back to health and promised they would stay young and free together forever. However, the last chapter of the book is missing entirely. And the carcasses of small worms are shriveled in the rotting pages, dead.
Huh. Can I? Are they like normal worms, or are they like miniature? Like, is the biology the same as the big worms, just small?
Give me a nature check.
Oh, can I look at the labyrinth of it and see if maybe it resembles what I saw down in the catacombs?
A brilliant idea, though it's easy to see that there is no clear. It's not as though it's like a nice little Google Maps.
Well, right, but I mean,
catacombs
like
below.
in comparison, like maybe it looks similar to like the dead ones that we killed are like resemble like the dead ones that are in the book. So like basically the catacombs being that book specifically.
You don't find anything of that nature, but Malik, I assume, would speak up pretty quickly with his newfound knowledge of the fact that they are, in fact, little tiny fingernail-sized versions of the giant worms you fought below in the catacombs.
Are any of them alive, or are they all just dead husks?
They are all dead.
Fuck. Oh well.
Fuck! Oh well. I don't know. I guess we'll go to the big spider person now. If they want to fight, like, I'll fucking kill him, I guess.
This hole in the ground, Bear's just gonna paw at it. Maybe leads to his other.
Oh, to backstage.
Yeah, because not to backstage, but wherever that one hole in the backstage does go to. Because I would assume that Elsena would relay that information that she saw in his room as well, that we couldn't get information about.
So,
I could.
what if, out of character? Oh, I was saying, like, light them on fire, and it'll be like a little chain reaction, and it just burns them up from inside.
That could light this place on fire as well.
It like the whole
that we are in.
And we still don't know how to get out.
The whole village. Yeah.
Yeah, because all the webs are connected. So you set fire to one place, you're gonna set fire to like the entire city, and it'll.
True, and we don't have that funny scroll anymore. So no fire spells.
Do I just can I send my spider see, and I'll see through its eyes?
You would have to destroy the web first, but yes.
Okay.
I'll claw at the web to see if I can do anything. Probably not.
It does do something. You do tear a chunk of the web apart, though you're not immediately through.
I'm gonna hack it with my longsword.
Roll your damage, Alcena.
Oh, my bad.
Alcena, you do a good slice. Silva, you do a nice good slice as well. Though it's still pretty thick, definitely blocking your way down through the entrance.
Second attack.
The bear hates the taste of the web.
It's a hit, Silva. Your sword sinks into the web and yanks away, and it's mostly tatters now, just a few strands left.
Alright, I'll hit it again.
They begin to chop away at this hole in the floor. Dream, Reuben, Malix. Reuben and Malik, your backs are turned to the door. But Dream, you glance out just in time to see a spectral form beginning to creep to the entrance.
Do we notice it at all?
Dream is the only one.
Oh.
Malik.
Yes,
Look
yes.
behind you.
Okay,
Nod
okay.
Towards the doorway.
Oh.
Intruders! What are you doing in the library? There has been damage.
Reading? No. There hasn't. You're faulty.
Just straight gaslighting.
It can look past you directly through and see the giant hole in the wall where the shelf is disassembled. Can hear the grunts of effort as the floor is being chopped up in the other room, and unfortunately, that deception check fails critically.
Okay. I want to look out for a friend. It was Temdry.
Wait, fine, all the names. It was the ugly guy behind that bookcase. I'll just point over there.
Intruders!
No,
It
no,
raises
not
its
S.
arm.
Intruder.
It raises its
Damn it.
arm to begin slashing violently at little Reuben.
No! You monster! Ruben's initiative is questionable. Okay, 14 it is.
Andre, Silva, Reuben, Malik, Dream, Rona. Everybody's in. All right, and since we are at 9:30 and starting a fairly, definitely not hard at all combat, we will call that the end of our session this evening.
That sounds hard.
All right.
No!
It's gonna be hard.
I'm honestly so surprised that Runa did not put something on fire. After what happened in the catacombs, just really waiting for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground when we're done.
Oh yeah, Alsana did mention that we absolutely should do that, and maybe we'll get to leave.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
potentially we still want to get the goblins here if we can unevil it.
I mean, if there's like a fourth person that we question and they're not willing to answer, she might lose it.
Everything burns.
Yeah,
I'm
I
running
think
low on my potions.
Your guys' moral radar is so interesting to me.
It is.
This has been very interesting to watch. Like, you guys suspecting all the wrong people. It's very the whole the whole fact that Temji just like flew under the radar the whole time is like these suckers.
I mean, no, it wasn't the whole time because Alsana had her suspicions, but she was continuing.
Yeah, I
We're
literally
called
called you
schizo.
paranoid.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and then you called me paranoid, and then even Malik was like, "Hey, what if?" Yeah, no, exactly. What if that's what I was
What
thinking
if?
this whole
Hear
time?
me out. What if?
See, my
right.
suspicion
Thinking about
was
it,
that
just-
Yarn Spinner was actually a hag in disguise.
Could be.
Oh,
Either
Could
way,
be.
so
He's
Jan Spinner was
denied,
just.
so.
You guys are so funny.
What about
Kill them
Kona?
all.
I mean,
You,
hey,
That's
you-
just
you
average
brought out the
D&D player.
dark side of Dream. I don't
Yeah.
like this.
Alsana's chaotic. She's just like, you won't give me the information, so either you talk or you die. Like, this is what needs to happen.
Well, and if you light the place
What?
on fire, everything that's inside of it is surely going to burn, and if you don't know how to leave yet, well.
I miss Ruben. Now we're just a bunch of chaotic neutrals.
Yeah.
One day we're good, another day we're evil.
He was like the most
Even-
he was like the moral compass of the group. Even
Yeah.
Silva's slowly losing her grip on kindness.
Oh yeah.
It's like Malik. I mean, Malik is
Rona's not
becoming
the
nice.
most insightful, so she'll just follow people who they suspect, and
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm not gonna make her judge people too much. But yeah, she's maybe like neutral, leaning toward evil.
I think all of you are a little leaning towards evil after this session. You bad kids.
Alsana's feelings
No,
are hurt
I'm a
because
good
all she
person.
wanted to do was just live her life, and she got attacked by multiple worms. So her nice kindness is like running thin. Even so, she's making friends with Malik of all people. So
Of all people.